To-do apps have come a long way from simple checklists to powerful task management and project management tools. Some of these apps like Superlist, GoodTask, Clear, and Actions all have their own unique story. But how did they get here? Let's take a quick trip into their history. Let's rewind to 2010 when productivity apps were still finding their way and most to-do list apps were either too complicated or just plain boring. That's when Christian Reber, a German entrepreneur, and his team at 6Wunderkinder launched Wunderlist, a beautifully simple task manager that captured a lot of hearts and devices. It wasn't just another to-do list, it was clean, intuitive, and most important, synced seamlessly across devices. Whether you were on your phone, tablet, or laptop, your tasks followed you everywhere. Wunderlist gained millions of users and became one of the most loved productivity apps of its time. By 2015, Wunderlist had grown so much that big tech companies started noticing. And then came Microsoft, with its eyes on boosting its productivity suite. They saw Wunderlist's potential and made an offer that was hard to refuse. Reports suggest that the deal was somewhere in between 100 to 200 millions. At first, things looked promising. Microsoft assured Wunderlist fans that the app would continue to run, but behind the scene they had a different plan. Instead of maintaining Wunderlist, they wanted to build their own to-do app, powered by the tech behind Wunderlist. In 2017, Microsoft officially launched Microsoft To Do, a new app that looked suspiciously familiar, and then came the heartbreak. In 2019, Microsoft announced the Wunderlist would be shut down on May 6, 2020. Christian Reber, the founder, was devastated. He even offered to buy Wunderlist back from Microsoft just to keep it alive, but Microsoft declined. As for Christian, he didn't stop there. He moved on to create Superlist, a new productivity app that carries the spirit of Wunderlist and a lot of its DNA. Superlist is a beautifully crafted to-do and list application. On their storefront, on their main page, they're calling it Lists with Superpowers, the all-in-one workspace for to-dos, notes, and projects. The application is mostly free and sufficient for a lot of users for its basic features. It has a great natural language processing. It has nested tasks. Superlist integrates very well with business-class applications such as Slack, Gmail, and GitHub, which is very new for to-do applications. It is accessible across all devices with native applications for iOS and Android, a native app for Mac, and web app for Windows users. The user interface is very beautiful, it syncs flawlessly, and one of the features which is very eye-catching and appealing is unlimited nested to-do and lists. So each to-do can be converted to a list, and then you can go down this rabbit hole as much as you want. The second story is a bit of a downfall. It's the story of Clear, which appeared in September 2012 and immediately became famous for its brilliant UI and great use of gestures on iPhone. It was an iPhone first and everyone started loving it. The accordion style, simplicity, and yet feedback and function via gestures was at its peak for that time. It was well kept and maintained across 3 devices for years and suddenly gone with no support for years, and at around 2017, the developers announced they are building Clear 2. The only thing they didn't mention was how long they're going to take to build it. Clear 2 just came out very recently, and it's an only iPhone and iPad application, which in no means they are connected. The sync is gone, the Mac application is gone, reminders are hard to find, a lot of themes and sounds are now behind the paywall. It used to be a one-time purchase, and now it's the premium for $2.99 or $24.99 for a year for premium subscription at a discounted rate. Anyway, let's browse some of its features as it is right now. The gestures are still great. You can pinch to navigate. You can pan to create a task in between tasks. You can pull to create task. You can swipe to create a list, operate on task, or navigate. And you can swipe left or right to do operations on the list or tasks. Sound effects are still there. Themes are exchangeable too. In version 1, you could unlock a theme by going specific milestones or trick in the app, But these are all now behind the paywall, meaning even if you are a pro subscriber, you still need to head to the store on the application and pay a usual price of $1.99 for each individual theme. The developers are claiming the reminders are still there, but if you could find them, let me know, because I personally can't get them to work, and if an average user can't find or operate it, then there is a fault in the user experience. On top of all, you need to be mindful that your apps work locally as a standalones. The sync died when the version 1 died, as well as the Mac application. Even to this day, it still baffles me. What was the rationale? What was the thinking? What was their idea of upgrading Clear 1 to Clear 2? But I will still keep an eye on this application for all the good memories I have with it. This is Aqua, and it's gonna be on my dock from now on. But wait, I didn't tell you the full story yet. Aqua Voice is a clever AI dictation tool which lives as a standalone application on your desktop, and you can summon it each time you need to using a shortcut key. This is a title created by Aqua. Now let's start typing here. I mean, talking here. As you saw, Aqua Voice corrected everything, understanding the deep context. youtube.com/@BenCyberLife. Did you see what just happened? I provided instructions using natural language. Meet Mason for lunch at 2 p.m. at 1:30 p.m. Public, static, class, student, open curly braces. I can even use Aqua Voice for casual coding and typing my syntax for me. Now let's try some vibe coding. Let's create a HTTP client with a post method. Change the base URL to localhost 5050. That was amazing. Aqua Voice detected the variable and the value itself from the screen using deep context. Aqua Voice got you everywhere. It's just one shortcut key away. Now you know why I decided to keep it on my dock forever. Third one is the Moleskine. Moleskine is a company that produced Actions and Time Page with a lot of other applications like Flow, which are a part of a bundle. For decades, the Moleskine notebook has been the go-to for thinkers, writers, and creators. If you like fancy stationery, you probably saw their products in a bookstore in a small classy section for sale. Did you know they are creator of multiple apps, and much like their physical products, the applications are designed with a special attention to details and aesthetics. The one I want to talk about is Actions. It somehow eases the pain of losing Clear for me. It is minimalistic, very beautiful, fluid, and makes the perfect use of gestures. While I was recording this video, the company name changed to Bonobo. Moleskine is now acting as an independent division of Bonobo. Actions is the perfect balance of features and visuals. It is optimized for maximum customizability, so you will never get bored of it. It's available on iPad, iPhone, and web, with a seamless application on Android, but unfortunately, it is going to be shut down soon, by the end of 2025. The decision is sensible because, as they said, they are a small team and maintaining all these applications are not cost-worthy for them. As for the Actions, the UI will never be overwhelming, so if you seek minimalism and beauty with a balance of functionality, this is the perfect app for you. Each individual sections can have their segregated color. It can import tasks from Apple Reminders, so you will not have trouble migrating if you are on Apple Reminders. Tasks are enriched with subtasks, deadlines, and reminders, which is done in a clever way to use a slider for setting the trigger. It has 4 views, which are your lists, calendar, in a timeline order, search, and a logbook, which keeps your done history. In your preference, you can customize a lot of things such as sounds, functions of tasks, and gestures, icon, app layout, text size, and much more. On top of all, it is very well integrated both ways with Time Page for events and actions. I think Bonobo was the first development team that implemented such seamless integration with tasks and calendar events, so they have my respect for it. Actions and Time Page win my personal recommendation if you seek a balance of minimalism and function. and if you care about the statics of the application you are using. This combo is truly beautiful, and the team kept this beauty for over a decade now without compromise, so a big salute to the designers and developers. And the last story goes back to 2013. Back then, someone in South Korea decided that it's not the best idea to reinvent the wheel. So they replicated the juice the Hulk guy was injected with, and they injected into Apple reminders and got the guy angry. And he turned into It has a deep integration with Apple ecosystem, so you are not losing things like background sync, even if all the applications are closed from your background. Instead, you get way more on top of what Apple Reminders has to offer. For over a decade, this app has been under constant development, and I can't emphasize enough how customizable it is. Honestly, going through all its features would take a dedicated video of 20 minutes long in my experience. But there are some significant ones. I remember when I first found out about GoodTask was in 2015. That time Apple Reminders were even more limited than what it is right now. GoodTask was way ahead of its time. The first thing that caught my attention was ability to create actions. You can define actions to alter tasks, for example, add a +1 day for a reminder or adding hours or minutes to the trigger time. Lately, Apple Reminders rolled out Smart List, something that GoodTask had for a decade. Honestly, the developers need some praise for this. The views in GoodTask are way more clever in showing data. For example, a calendar view filtered by all shows all the events and tasks. Now tap on any list and it quickly filters based on that specific list. It has a glance view which you can review everything in clear manner. You can also action on them to move any overdue to today, for example, so nothing will be left off. The appearance is customizable from head to toe, and not only you can change based on predefined themes, but also you can create your own or download from community created themes. On top of all, the app gives you things that are missing in reminders. For example, file attachment, audio attachment, ability to scan a document and attach. And my final verdict is to use GoodTask if you seek deep customization and functionality. If you are a person who loves to take control and configure your to-do application to your comfort. I personally use it and recommend it. And I strongly believe GoodTask is one of the most underrated and underappreciated applications in the store to this day. This video has come to an end, but I would love to hear your ideas, your thoughts around these 4 applications. Have you used them? Are you using them? Or are you planning to use them? What do you think of them? Let me know in the comment section, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care of yourself.